Welcome to Namrata's Mantra. What we are seeing behind is the Ellora, cave number 16, Kailasha Temple, biggest monolithic cave carved out of stone. Let us go and explore it.
Hello, friends, partners, history lovers. We are on the tour of historical city of Aurangabad, and now it is called Sambaji Nagar. Aurangabad history dates back to Satavahana era, and there are structures, monuments, temples from Satavahana, Vakataka, Trikuta, Rashtrakuta, Chalukyas, Yadavas of Devnagari, the Bahmani Sultanate, and Mughal Empire Aurangzeb, and Beverly of Marathas is seen all around here. The history dates back 2000 years. The group of caves called Ellora or Verul caves are located here. They had an influence of Buddhism, Jainism, and Hinduism. So it is multi-religious society coexisted during ancient time. Ellora group of caves had 34 caves open for public now. Visit the cave number 16 called Kailasha Temple, designed to recall Mount Kailasha, home of Lord Shiva. This massive megalithic monument was carved out of single stone and biggest megalithic structure in world. From the two stone inscription, the construction of this temple is attributed to Krishna I of Rashtrakud dynasty, dating back to 750 CE. This main gate with Dravidian style of Gopuram has left side all the sculptures of Vishnu and right side is dedicated to Shiva. Once you enter through this passage, inside there is a sculpture of Gajalakshmi. Here you can see Gajalakshmi is surrounded by four elephants. She is sitting on the lotus flower, and both the side you can see the Dwarpalas. Cave number 16 is a striking example of elaborate workmanship, architectural content, and sculptural ornamentation of rock architecture. Interesting fact about this temple that excavation of this temple was started from top to bottom, which is opposite to normal process of front to back. There is a saying in Marathi, Adi Kalas Mag Paya. To cut the massive rock around this temple and form a courtyard, it is believed that 4 lakh tons of rocks were removed. Actual temple is on first floor and it is divided into Garbhagraha, assembly hall, and there is a connecting passage to Nandi Mandapa. Left side of the courtyard is dedicated to Lord Shiva. Here you can see Lord Shiva in a yogic form and his attendants and celestial bodies and ganas around. Interestingly, the pedestal below has a lions. This is fearsome form of Shiva killing Gajasura, and one hand you can see at the side he is killing the elephant demon. Parvati is afraid to see this form of Shiva, but he is trying to calm her down with, with his other hand. There seems to be seven Shakti goddesses at his feet, but they are mutilated. This panel depicts failed attempt of Ravana lifting the Kailasha, and both the side you can see the form of Shiva, and other side this panel there is a creator, the god Brahma, complete wall. of Nandi Mandapa on ground floor is decorated with many motifs, carving, and mythical stories. It is believed that plan of Kailasha Temple was taken from the Virupaksha Temple built by Badami Chalukya at Patadkal, and in turn Patadkal Virupaksha Temple was built from the plan of Kailasnatha Temple at Kanchipuram, built by Pallavas. And interestingly, all these three monuments now are UNESCO World Heritage Site. Here is interesting panel having 8 horizontal rows showing the Ramayana story where Ravana fights the losing battle. Here you can see from the top Rama living for the Vanvasa. Other end of the top horizontal row, you can see he is crossing the Saryu river with the help of boat and cavern. There is also story of Bali and Sugriva fight and building of the bridge across the sea to reach Sri Lanka. Also there are the stories of Shurpanaka and Hanumana burning the Lanka and Hanumana sitting on his tail taller than Ravana. Lord Rama hunting for golden deer and Ravana abducting Sita. And just opposite side of this, here you can see the antique stories of baby Krishna when he was growing up in Gokula. He killed many demons, including Putna Mausi, and he was famous for stealing the butter. Everything is carved here in these two lines. And other horizontal panels on top of this, they are carved with stories of Mahabharata, the epic war between Kauravas and Pandavas. It is just unbelievable architecture they have carved out here, these panels. You will be surprised to know there is a temple called Amruteshwara Temple at Amrutapura in Karnataka, where the walls are decorated with life size 144 panels showcasing the Ramayana, Mahabharata, and epic stories of baby Krishna. If you would like to watch, see my vlogs about those temples. It is very difficult to explain the details what they have carved out here. It will take months to understand. Temple base is lined all around with massive, tall elephants, and it looks like the temple is balanced on them. Sadly, many of these elephants are in damaged state, and on top you can see many deities and epic stories are carved all around. This panel is the highlight of this temple where Ravana is trying to lift the Mount Kailasha and Shiva and his Ganas are on top with Parvati. When the Mount Kailasha starts shaking, there is a fear among the Ganas. Some of them start to run away. Even monkeys are jumping around, and Parvati is worried. But Shiva understands what is happening and he presses the mountain with one finger of his feet, and Ravana is unable to bear that weight and his body is turned around. U-shaped corridor is formed all around the temple, forming a courtyard. And the base of this corridor is lined with many epic stories. On the walls of corridor, supported by these pillars, one side has the stories from the Shiva Purana, and other side is completely lined up with 10 avatars of Vishnu and Shaktism. These panels showcase the rarity of the Rashtrakuta craftsmen and also their tolerance to all other. This panel you can see Ravana while carrying the Shivlinga to Sri Lanka is stuck and unable to lift. Moving through this long corridor is like dream world and you feel like the time is frozen and you have traveled back thousands of years to see various moods of Shiva and Parvati. Especially there are the Shiva is shown killing many demons and in angry form, and also Parvati. Sometimes she is worried, sometimes she is shown happy, and sometimes she is shown angry. Always you can see the carrier Nandi is at base, so we can identify this is a Shiva and Parvati. Now also, I wonder what was the driving force behind this artisan to sculpt out such a marvelous monuments all around India during ancient times. And this is a fearsome form of Shiva killing many demons. This panel shows the interesting epic story from the Shiv Purana, and this is called Lingudbhava Shiva. I will tell in details in my next vlog about this panel. And other side, the panels are lined up with the stories of Lord Vishnu and his various incarnations like Narsimha, or here you can see is sleeping called Shesh Narayana, Bhuvaraha, and killing the Bali. This is the fearsome form of Vamana Avatara. These steps going up will take us to the first floor where a Kailasha Temple is there, and there is a connecting passage between the Nandi Mandapa and Kailasha Temple. And this beautiful couple welcomes us to the passage. Every inch of the walls and pillars is decorated with motifs and carvings. Other side of this passage, this is an interesting story carved out from the Shiv Purana. This is called Ling Udbhaha Shiva, and I will tell you the story in my next vlog. The Mukhamandapa is supported by 16 highly decorative pillars, and they are so ornamental, and this is an unbelievable workmanship of the Rashtrakud craftsmen that they were able to carve this out inside the cave. There are total 16 pillars like this. There has to be some advanced technology where they could carry out this work in place, and there are many panels on the inside wall of this Mukha Mandapa where you can see Shiva Parvati sitting in the Kailasha, and also Shiva and Parvati playing the game of dice. And below, Nandi is balancing the Kailasha on his body. Sadly, this also damaged. This Shivlinga is housed inside the Garbhagriha of Kailashnatha temple. Now, prayers are not carried out, but this was the main deity of this Kailasha temple. Simply unbelievable architecture and design is seen here. One of the door takes us out on the back side of this Kailasha temple, and there are many more deities and epic stories are seen on the walls of these temples. You can see here loving couples also shown. There are five temples all on top of this Kailasha temple, and you can see each and every wall and panel is decorated Bahar Vahaka, or the people taking Lord Shiva in the various forms, killing the demons. These all five temples are dedicated to Lord Shiva, but none of them has the Shivlinga now inside that. Famous story of Apasmara, the demon, which is present in everyone's body. That is excessive talking, childish behavior, greed, and ignorance. That is Apasmara. These Kirtimukha on top, elephants, this Amrut Kalasha on the Nandi Mandapa, and inside you can see the Nandi, the bull, carrier of Shiva, placed in front of the temple. The overhead passage connects the Nandi Mandapa with Gopuram top, and from here you can see the view all around. This is the back side of the Nandi Mandapa. There are Dojastamba or Vijayastamba on the both the side. These elephants and Dojastamba and the complete courtyard as seen from the Gopuram top, and you can see the connecting passage between temple and Nandi Mandapa and joining the Gopuram. The height of the Shikra from the courtyard is astonishing 107 feet. The temple was constructed under Rashtrakud dynasty, but it is believed that it has an influence of Chalukyan and Pallava architecture. Ellora cave is a mystery for mankind, and it is a puzzle how they did it. But evidently, they were highly advanced in their technology to craft out such a monument. That is the reason this Kailasha temple is visited by thousands of people every day. This is a Dwarpala to the hall dedicated to river goddess Yamuna, Ganga, and Saraswati. Hindus always respected the females, and ancient Hindus were not different. This is a gateway to the hall where there are Saptamatrukas, and this beautiful doorway is guarded by the females holding the Mrut Kalasha, and inside these are the Saptamatrukas or seven Shakti goddess, but sadly most of that is mutilated and lot of destruction is seen, especially on these Saptamatruka panels. Heads and bodies are completely missing. There are many more things to explore, but it is very difficult to put inside this small video. Do like and subscribe my channel Namrata's Mantra so as to get more videos and vlogs like this. Our beautiful visit to the Ellora caves and especially this Kailash temple, cave number 16, was concluded with lunch at Hiranya Resort near Aurangabad, now called Sambaji Nagar. Thanks for watching. Memories of Ellora Caves and Sambaji Nagar will be with us for very long time.